Hello. Today I have for you a tag video. This is the mid-year book freakout tag, and I'm actually filming this at a good time. It's July 18th. When will I edit and upload this is a great question that I cannot answer. But we've got 17 questions. I just kind of wanted to do. I thought it would be fun. I used to do a lot more tags back when I was uploading more frequently, or at least not uploading videos that were 3 years old. But yeah, so anyway, there's 17 questions. Let's just go. First up, how has your 2023 reading year gone so far? I have, as of right now, I have read 256 books. And that sounds like a lot. That sounds great. I am barely on track for my Goodreads goal, which is 473, because I'm trying to read an average of 500 books a year. Last year I read 523, so this year I get to do 473 if I can. I wish it was higher. I've read almost 20 books in July, but I feel like I haven't been reading enough because I'm not like 10 books ahead anymore. So that is my issue right now. I do want to speed it up a little bit because I'm not reading as much, which is not great. So I'm feeling pretty lukewarm about it. The best book I've read so far in 2023. So if we're counting rereads, then the best book I read so far this year was like all the way up was Beartown by Frederick Backman. Put up a picture because I don't have my copy of Beartown. I'm in the process of like shelving all of my books and stuff like that. But if we're counting rereads, it was Beartown. If we are not, it's The Shards by Bret Easton Ellis, which is a 2023 release. It was so good, so good. Like I'm talking like best book of the year, and that's not a reread category of so good. But yeah, if kind of rereads Beartown, if we're not, The Shards. So we've got best sequel you've read so far, and that's gonna be Don't Fear the Reaper by Stephen Graham Jones, which is the sequel to My Heart is a Chainsaw. It's also a 2023 release. It did the same thing as My Heart is a Chainsaw, where it made me cry in a matter of like one page. Like I was completely dry-eyed to bawling. And again, it was because of motherhood. I don't know what this man has in him that makes him be able to write about the tragedies of motherhood and having a shitty mom so well, but he's got it in him. A new release yet I haven't read yet, but want to. I have Camp Damascus by Chuck Tingle. That one actually just came out today. I accidentally bought it early because I was in Barnes & Noble on the 16th and I saw it and I was like, oh, I didn't know this was out already, and it wasn't. But I'm excited to read that one. I have it. I haven't read it yet though. Well, I don't know what other, I'm not really in the new release mindset right now. That's the only one that I can think of that I haven't read so far this year, because I was excited about the Bret Easton Ellis book and I was excited about the Stephen Graham Jones book, but you know, yeah. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I actually have an Amazon list for this. It's called my pre-orders list because I can't pre-order books right now because of the book buying ban restriction situation. But I have a list so that when they become available, then I can just add them. Let's see what's one that is actually coming out this year. Because not all of these are. Some of them are next year. Obviously, there's Stephen King books coming out. Holly. I'm super behind on Stephen King right now though, so I don't even know if I can count that as super you know, anticipated. The new Percy Jackson book, that's a big one. I guess the Nico and Will book came out and I didn't read that. Did that come out this year? I think that was, I don't remember. I haven't read that. I don't own that one yet. I think Black River Orchard comes out this year. I'm excited about that. I like Chuck Wendig. I believe that, we got a new Animorphs graphic novel coming out. I've only read the third one because it's the Tobias one, but I got that. That's, I guess, what I'm excited about. Yeah, I think that's about where we're at. Biggest disappointment of 2023 so far. Okay, so I got this big spreadsheet that has all the books in order of how I've read, in order of how much I've liked them. So let's find a disappointment, one that I thought I was gonna like, one that I wanted to like, and then I didn't like as much. Because the worst book I've read this year is Dial L for Loser by Lacey Harrison, but I wasn't expecting to like that. Let's go 120 Days of Sodom by the Marquis de Sade. because I really enjoyed Justine. I read that last year. I thought it was really, I mean, it's gross, but like it had some interesting French philosophy, and it was really, really like interesting. It had a cohesive plot, and it wasn't the same thing over and over again. It was creative. There's a lot of different stuff going on. 120 Days of Sodom is 400 pages of these people just eating shit, literally 400 pages, and there's only so much that you can take before it becomes deeply boring. So it's gross and boring, which I couldn't really do. That one's disappointing because mostly because I like Justine so much. I think I gave it 2 stars. It was disappointing. It was disappointing. It was probably the biggest disappointment of the year so far. Biggest surprise of 2023. Let's go back up to the top here. Lawn Boy, probably by Jonathan Evison. This Lawn Boy, this was one that I won from Goodreads years ago. And it just sat in the book wall, as books I win from Goodreads do. I don't know why they sent them to me for so long, because I wouldn't read them. But I read it this year, and it was nothing like I was expecting, and it was super, super good. And I would honestly recommend it. It's about this young Mexican-American kid who is trying to, not young kid, he's like 22. He's like in his early 20s, and he is trying to figure out how to survive in a world that doesn't really seem to want to let him live. He can't, and I'm unable to get like a real good like job so he can pay, so he can live. And also, it's so funny. So he also deals with sexuality a little bit in the book, and at the he's like he actively has a boyfriend that he goes on dates with, and he's like doesn't know it. And eventually, when the boyfriend realizes that the person he thought he's been dating for like a couple weeks doesn't know that they're dating, he's like, oh man, it's so funny. It's so funny. I really, Lawn Boy was great. I really liked Lawn Boy. Favorite new to me author. So I guess Poppy Z. Brite, probably. I've only read one of her. I guess I believe Poppy Z. Brite is a trans man. I don't know exactly. I read Exquisite Corpse and I loved it so much. It was so good. so good. So I'd say probably Poppy Z. Brite. Although I've only read one of their books. Other than that, I guess T. Marie Vandelli. I read theme music and really liked it. I read my first R.F. Kuang book this year. I read Babel, which was really good. Bridget Collins, The Binding. I liked The Binding a lot. Casey McQuiston, I just read Red, White, and Royal Blue, and it was super fun. But probably Poppy Z. Brite. That'd be probably my number one answer there. Newest fictional crush. I don't know, man. Oh, who was that kid in Babel? Not the main character, but the other guy. I liked him a lot. I don't remember any of their names because I've read 256 books this year. But I want to say I'll look it up. Yeah. Rami. Yeah, him. I liked him. He's my newest fictional crush. Books that made you cry. What book hasn't made me cry? Don't Fear the Reaper. I reread the Gone series and Light made me bawl my eyes out. What else have I read this year that made me cry? Exquisite Corpse made me cry. I'm pretty sure The Binding made me cry. I'm pretty sure The Blood of Olympus made me cry when I reread it. Yeah, it's been, I cry a lot. I cry all the time. Those are a couple. Book you saw on TikTok and regret reading. So I don't buy that many books off of TikTok. I'll add a lot to like my Amazon. What I do, since I can't buy books right now, is when I see a book that I want, I put it on Amazon and then I hit save for later. And then when I am able to buy a book, I just randomize it. So all the books I've seen on TikTok that I think I might want to buy, they're still in my Amazon save for later cart. I will say one series, that wasn't this year though, never mind. I was going to talk about his favorite, which is a manga series that I've actually really enjoyed, that I saw off of TikTok, but that was last year. So, because I'm still on, like, I've got volumes 1 through 9. I haven't been done anymore. Yeah, no, I guess theme music I saw on TikTok, but I really enjoyed it. I feel like I'm a lot more on the horror side of TikTok than anything else, and a lot of the recommendations are pretty good. I guess I read a couple Aaron Beauregard books. They're not bad though. They're not like my favorites. I've read both The Slav and Dark Assembly, so I don't really regret buying and reading them, and I do intend to buy and read his other books. So yeah, I don't really have any. Most beautiful book you bought this year. Maybe. Oh, this is hard to do when I'm don't have all of my books. Oh, let me see, what do I got behind me? Are any of these beautiful? Not really. Are any of these beautiful and that I got this year? Double, not really. Oh, hold on. This is my first one I hold up here. I did just get the Penguin Cloth Bound edition of The Count of Monte Cristo. I got this 2 days ago on my birthday. So I mean to get it to Ma. Because I'm really into French literature, and he's the one French author I haven't touched. So I got this beautiful edition, and I'm gonna say that's the prettiest one, because even my book, I was gonna like cheap out and use one of my books, but all of my books that came out this year, none of them have good cover. I mean, they're not bad, but none of them have like, it's not any of the Outs Boys books, so none of them have like nice illustrated covers like the Outs Boys books do. Hit or Miss was from last year, so. Favorite video you've made so far in 2023. So fun thing, I haven't put any of the videos I've made in 2023 or filmed in 2023 onto my computer yet, because my computer doesn't like my phone. So it's a whole mess when I try and transfer videos over and edit, and I have so many backlogged that I just haven't done it yet. But I'm gonna say I'm really gonna enjoy my vlog for this past week, because it was moving / birthday / concert vlog. It's got footage from the concert. I'm gonna say that one. I'm gonna say reading vlog, July, I think like 10th through 16th is what it was. That's what it'll be called. I don't know. It'll probably be up before this one. So probably that. Videos that would flop but did well. So like I said, I've been posting random stuff, and none of it's really done very well at all. So, any upcoming videos you're excited to make? I do have a list that I'm excited about. I doubt it I'll make them this year. Or even if I film them, I probably won't edit or upload them this year. But what I'm really excited about, I think they're going to be super fun. Random TV tropes versus my books. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on TV tropes and hit random trope, and then just, you know, pick a character apart from my book that does that. What else? I want to talk about how I think learning French is best, how like what I think is the best situation for that, because I've been working on that for years. A Richard Lehman exploration. I haven't read all of Richard Lehman's books. I've read quite a few of them. You can kind of see them back there. Oh, not really. But they're all back there. I promise. They're behind Bill. And Tsukushima. But I want to do one of those. And I want to talk about writing genre fiction, how I think approaching writing genre fiction is so much different than writing literary fiction, because a lot of I'm going to give you a little sneak peek into my thesis now, because I write genre fiction. I don't write literary fiction. And I have a writing friend, my longest running writing friend. She writes literary fiction, and I think the big difference between us is I put out so much more than she does. And I think that's an element of writing genre fiction. I also think that just the way that people who write genre fiction, people who write literary fiction approach their writing is so much different, because I see so much writing people talking about their writing where they're like so like mystical about it almost. And I just sit down and start writing about people dying. Like, that's what I do. So I want to talk about that. I want to kind of talk about what my experience writing genre fiction has been. I also just closed the tab that had all the questions on it, so that's great for me. Okay, here it is again. I think I only have one left anyway. We've got one more question, and then I can go eat some leftover pizza. Yeah, any channel goals before the end of the year? I would like to start posting videos that are more recent. I would like to, I'm starting to finally run out of videos from 2021. It's so funny because the last video I posted I think yesterday. I filmed it 2 apartments ago at this point, because I moved out. I moved into an apartment. I lived there for 2 years. Then I moved into a different apartment. I lived there for 2 years, and now we're in this 3rd apartment. So I'm still in videos. I still post videos from that first apartment. At least I'm done posting college videos now because I graduated college 4 years ago. But I'd like to start posting more recent videos. I'd like to actually post some videos from this apartment, especially because I really like this background. I finally have my stupid bookshelves in my office in a way that I can use as a background. Because in my first apartment, I did have my bookshelves in my office, but the desk was next to them. Like, it is next to one of my bookshelves here. I've got 4, but I've still got more in the back, so you can kind of see them. You can also kind of see, oh, you can't see my TV. Damn, you can see my DVD shelves though. And I like that. So I want to start actually getting more up to speed with these videos. And that's not really a channel goal, it's more of a personal goal. I guess it's a goal to do with my channel. I don't really have any goals like I want to get 1,000 subscribers. I used to have like 1,000 subscribers, and then I switched channels because the old channel that I used to have was connected to a defunct email address. That's an email address that is now defunct. So I just decided, you know what? Fuck it. I love a clean slate. I'm just gonna start a new channel, and just start uploading videos that I had on my computer. And so I guess I would like to maybe get closer to where I was. Not that I was super popular. I had like maybe 1,300 subscribers, but I was getting consistent engagement, which I don't have anymore because now I have what, like 30 or I have 30 subscribers. Let me see. 44. Oh damn. That's more than I thought. But yeah, I'd like to maybe start climbing back up there, and I have been, uploading more recently. But again, all my stuff is from 2021, so yeah, I'd like to get back up to date on that stuff. Yeah, that is all. I don't think I ever mentioned where I got this from. I took these questions from How to Train Your Gavin. So I will link that video down below if I can find it, because who knows, by the time this video goes up, maybe his channel will be deleted or something, because it's probably going to be 3 years if my past track record is anything to go by. But yeah, that is all for today. I'll talk to you later.